Hello everyone, I am Pradyumn Gaurav, Indian Forest Service Officer of 2016 batch. I am currently posted as a Divisional Forest Officer, Rohtas Forest Division in the state of Bihar. And today I will be talking about my journey from an aspirant to a serving IFS officer in the field. So let's start with a brief introduction of my profile. So my hometown is Kanpur in Uttar Pradesh. I did my schooling from Kanpur itself, and after that I did my graduation from Indian Institute of Technology BHU, IIT BHU, and there I was involved in a lot of extracurricular activities as well apart from studies. For example, theatre and sports, and particularly in theatre I was pretty much involved. I was the general secretary as well of the theatre club, dramatics club in IIT BHU. And after that, my course was a dual degree course in IIT BHU. And while I was in my 5th year, so most of my friends who were in BTech courses, they were doing their jobs in cities or either in PSUs. And I remained in touch with them. So I talked to them and they were telling me about their weekend to weekend lifestyle, like you work from Monday to Friday and then Saturday, Sunday you just go to a bar or somewhere for outing, and then again Monday to Friday same lifestyle. So at that point of time I started to make up my mind that this corporate life is not for me. So after deciding in my final year of college that I'll leave my campus placement and I'll just go to Delhi for my preparation, I was already in touch with my seniors who were preparing for UPSC, and I contacted them, made a couple of visits to Delhi. My college was in Varanasi, so I took a train overnight on the weekend, went to Delhi, attended seminars of successful candidates, of coaching teachers and ex-civil servants who come to Rajendra Nagar, Mukherjee Nagar. I attended their seminars, framed how my preparation will go, gauged myself, what level I am in, whether I can get through or not. All those things I did during the last 3-4 months of my college. And after that, I made up my mind that yes, I think I can go through with it. The seniors I have been working in with college, in theatre and everywhere else, they have done it. They have cleared the UPSC. Few of them are there in Delhi who are doing it. So I can also, take the same course and I can do it. So I went there in June. My college got over, and by July I was in Delhi. I had decided that my optional will be chemistry. So for chemistry, the coachings are in South Delhi only. So I went to this area called Bearsarai. It's near IT Delhi and JNU. So I went for apartment hunting there. So for the first couple of weeks, I stayed with my seniors in their room only, and then every morning I used to go for room hunting, because I knew that in that room I'll have to spend all of my day, not majority, all of my day except for the classes part. So I wanted a room which should be, peaceful and free of disturbances. So I got a room on the 4th floor. It was hot, but it has a balcony overlooking a park. It was peaceful. And if you've been in Delhi preparation circuit, you know how difficult it is to find a room with a balcony and an open view, because in most rooms the balcony is open in someone else's balcony. So I was lucky enough to get that, and I shifted there. I took a lot of guidance initially from my college seniors, and they helped me a lot in selecting for coaching, getting accommodation, just kick starting my preparation, and I'm very thankful to them for this day. So preparing for UPSC in Delhi was a journey in itself. And I was fortunate enough to have good support from my seniors, and I was really fortunate to have a good study group. So when I went to coaching classes, I formed a study group, a small study group of 3-4 people, and obviously we all were serious about getting through the exam. All of us, one of us was a medical doctor and 3 of us were from IITs. So we were serious about getting through, and we started our preparation, and we used to discuss things, discuss stuff in the mess, in the room, wherever we went, we used to discuss all the time. Then we had mock tests together. We'll evaluate each other's answer. We made kind of our small world where we go to the classes, we study about getting through the exam, all the things which are required to be known. We tried to gain knowledge about it. Again, came home, tested each other, where each one is standing, how good is your preparation, what is going, what is wrong, what is not correct, how you are writing your answers, how you are approaching prelims, what things to remember, what are the tricks to remember different things for prelims. All those things, they came in very handy for when I actually appeared for prelims. So I found that having a study group which is very serious about getting through is helpful for any aspirant studying in Delhi. And then our preparation was going on. For 2014, I decided that I'll write both the Indian Forest Service and the Indian Civil Services exam. I appeared for the prelims and I got through both of them. The cutoff for Forest Service, I remember in that year was around 126, and the cutoff for Civil Services was 106. I got around 129 marks. So I knew that my prelims preparation was good. I got through both the exams. But when the time came for mains, I was so nervous because my syllabus was specifically for optional. The syllabus was so vast, and I don't know this. It's with everybody, I guess. But I'm very bad in mugging things up, and I was not able to mug a lot of things in my optional chemistry. I was forgetting things, so I was really nervous. So I decided that since there is only one optional I have to write in civil services, and for forest I'll have to prepare for two optionals. The second one was forestry. So I thought that rather than investing my time in the forestry optional, I'll focus my preparation for civil services mains, and I did not write the forest service mains that year. I left it. So I wrote mains, and the day I finished my mains exam, I knew that somewhere the effort was lagging. It was not up to the mark. Obviously everybody hopes after writing mains that they get an interview call, they perform exceptionally well in the interview and get through. But I knew that specifically my optional exam didn't go well. So when the results came, it was the same. I had decent marks in GS, but again because of the optional I didn't get through. Again same thing, start preparing for mains as I said earlier. So again I started preparing for mains, again started preparing for my optional. That year I didn't do any coaching, I just did one course on answer writing and essay writing, and that helped me a lot in the coming mains exam. I did that. I did all the preparation from my room along with my study group, did a lot of mock tests, especially mains and answer writing. Prelims also, I again wrote lot of mock tests for prelims just 1 month, 1.5 months before the exams. Like every alternate day we had prelims mock test, because our preparation was already done. I had already cleared prelims last year with good marks. So I had that sort of confidence ki what is required, what kind of approach is required for prelims. So last 1.5 months I just focused on giving mock tests. So again when the prelims came, I thought I performed decently well. So one thing I would like to share about my prelims experience, because both times I cleared the forest service cutoff with a buffer of 4 or 5 marks, is that in prelims you have to take guesses. You cannot go with the mindset, with a 100% safety wala mindset ki I'll only go and mark and answer those questions which I am dead sure about, and I'll leave the ones for the fear of negative marking. You have to take chances. Even in the service, many times we have to take decisions after joining the civil service where there is an equal possibility of the decision turning out to be wrong. But as somebody has said that in a situation, the best thing you can do is the right thing, the second best you can do is the wrong thing, and the worst you can do is nothing. So in prelims you have to take chances, and I also knew that once you have revised your syllabus number of times, you have gone through same thing many times, so the probability of you guessing it right increases, and that helped me in my favor during the prelims exam. In questions where I was able to weed out 2 incorrect answers, I took a chance. I never left those questions. Where I was 50-50, I took all those chances, and 90% of them later on I found out they turned out to be correct guesses. It was not because I was lucky, it was because my preparation was good. I had read those things multiple number of times, and somewhere in the back of my mind I knew that this would be the right answer, this seems to be the logical answer. So I went through with it, and fortunately it helped me out in prelims, and both time I was able to clear both the Indian Forest Service and the Civil Services prelims exam. So this year again I was nervous because of fear of my optional. So again I was mulling whether to write the forest mains or devote my time in the civil services mains. I had discussion with my friends within my study group, and again I was thinking let's leave it this year also. I have 4 attempts, so I'll definitely give next year. But then again there was a change of mind. I talked with my to-be wife, and she convinced me that no, last year also you left. There's no harm in writing the exam. Your optional is the same. So why, it will just be a revision for you, just 4 days of your time, and I think you should write it. So I was also like, last year I also left, and I was feeling a little bad about it. And by that time, one more factor was into play, that I had inquired a lot about the Indian Forest Service. I was in touch with serving officers. I was contacting my college seniors who had friends in the Forest Service. Through them, I talked to the people working in the Forest Service. And I had a pretty good idea about the Indian Forest Service, and I knew that I was pretty sure that it is a good service, and it's not just that you have to get through civil services and Forest Service should be your last option. It is a decent option, and it is in fact a good option. So by that time I was pretty sure about that. So I decided that I will write Forest Service mains this year, and after prelims I started to prepare for Forest Services. I wrote the mains for civils and forest. I got interview call for both. So on the day the result was to come, I was like every aspirant, I was also waiting with bated breath at what is going to be the result. One more thing, by that time I had already joined Central Secretariat Service through SSC, because it was 2 years, and because of my family background, I couldn't wait 1 more year and prepare in Delhi. So I had to be there has to be some sort of income. So I gave the SSC exam during my preparation, second attempt only. I got through, and I joined the Central Secretariat. I could have got other good service also in the SSC, but I opted for Central Secretariat Service because it is one service where you get full-time posting in Delhi only. So if I am in Delhi, I'll be able to do my preparation in a better way. Keeping that in mind, I just joined the Central Secretariat Service, and I was almost 6-7 months into the service when the results came. I still remember that day I was in office, and my boss was telling me कि आज result आने वाला है, so tomorrow you will leave. So मैंने बोला सर देखिए result आएगा तो उसके बाद ही leave, उसके बाद भी तो 1 महीना आपके साथ ही रहना है. And then at the day result came, and I was really happy. I called my home. Everybody was very happy, but it was nothing out of the world, because my parents, they didn't have much idea at that time that what is Forest Service. They only knew that civil service means collector, and collector बन जाएगा तो they were happy. They didn't know कि Forest Service क्या है. Civil services में भी there are many services. It's not necessary that you get the IAS and become collector only. But I told them कि हाँ लगभग उसी के जैसा मिलता जुलता ही है, उसी रैंक का है. And everybody was happy, everybody was good. And I also told them कि अभी इसका रिजल्ट आना, कलेक्टर वाला रिजल्ट आना बचा हुआ है, बट ये जंगल का कलेक्टर होता है, अच्छा होता है ये भी. They were like, whatever you do, we are fine with it, just do what you want. So yes, that was one support from my parents, from my family, which continued throughout my journey. And during what lessons I learned from my preparation, I'd like to share with you. See, preparation is not just about clearing an exam. It's not about guessing what is going to come in this year's question paper. It's not about that. You should not focus on कि इस बार एग्जामिनर क्या पूछेगा, ऐसा लिखेंगे तो एग्जामिनर क्या नंबर देगा. These are very, very shallow things. During the preparation, you have to feel and you have to imagine yourself as an officer working in the field. You might not get all that power which an officer has. You might not get all that aura, all that paraphernalia which an officer has. But internally you have to behave as an officer. Internally you have to be disciplined. Internally you have to be, follow your schedule. Internally you have to be motivated, because The exam nature is, it's a 3-stage exam: interview, mains, prelims. The nature of the exam is such that if your preparation is not solid, if your preparation is not deep enough, at one stage or the other you are going to fall through the crack. So I'll tell you an example. Like, I am posted as a DFO. I am working in a mining affected area right now. Many times at 11:30, 1 a.m. in the night, I get calls from informer that such and such place illegal mining is taking place, such and such vehicles are going inside the forest area. So at that time also I feel it's 1 a.m. in the night, I have worked whole day. Should I get up and call my staff and go to the field, or should I just ask a junior to just go and see? The same thing happened during with me in my preparation days also. It's a chilly winter night in Delhi. It's after having a good productive day in the coaching, in the study class, in the study group, after reading till 11:30 in the night, you are cozily lying down in your blanket at 12:30 a.m. Suddenly one doubt creeps in your mind. What is the article that dictates, the relationship of the governor with the state machinery? And that doubt is not letting you sleep. You can convince your mind कि यार सुबह उठ के आराम से बढ़िया से नाश्ता करते हुए इसको देखेंगे. Or you can, get out of your cozy blanket, open your laptop, search it, take out Lakshmikant and read about it. So that I did. I went with the second option, and that I think helped me in getting through the exam. So you have to behave like like an officer internally. During your preparation days, you have to mold yourself. So this will have double advantages. First of all, there's a 99% chance that you will get through the exam if you bring those changes in your personality. And if there's a 1% chance that you don't get through the exam, because UPSC is not everything, then you will come out as an amazing human being. You will come out as an informed citizen of India, and wherever you will go, you will be, considered and talked to with respect. So I think that kind of changes every aspirant should bring in his preparation, so that it will help him in clearing the exam as well as enhancing his personality also. So that was my UPSC journey. After clearing the exam, I did, join the service. But I want to tell all the aspirants that, keep yourself motivated, keep gauging yourself where your preparation level is. Don't overestimate yourself and don't underestimate yourself also. You have an idea where your preparation is, take an honest account of your preparation every 1-2 months, and then, just work on areas where you are weak. Don't avoid them. Don't say कि I'll make up in that topic, I'll just leave this topic because I'm not getting it, because that's not how public administration works. That's not how civil servants work. They cannot, कि some place there is a riot going on and some place there is a development work going on. You say, riot is a too much headache, I don't want to address it, I'll just go for my development work. You can't do it. As an aspirant also, during your preparation, you have to cover all your topics, you have to give attention to all your, and have a decent understanding of whatever is under the sun is subject matter of civil services exam. So you have to have a decent idea. So this is it from my end, guys. I hope you guys do well in your exam and keep yourself motivated, and I hope to see you someday in the service as officers on duty.